Buongiorno Bianconeri, welcome back to the channel. I'm Alberto, it's January 17th, and you know the drill. I've got all this morning's news around Juventus, okay? We're going to take a look at the latest in Mercato rumblings. The end of an era as Andrea Agnelli's time is officially over and done with Juventus as president, basically. And then we're going to take a look at the latest in the injury status reports and the potential return to a 4-3-3 that Max Allegri is basically studying right now. Let's get into it. All right, everybody, first and foremost, please like the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel. If you are a diehard Juve fan, this is the channel for you, and we've got you covered on everything Juventus. Now, let's get into it. We're going to kick things off with your standard Zaniolo mention in Mercatos. Okay, so Zaniolo apparently still being scouted by Juventus in terms of a potential move that could take place to bolster the attack in the summer. Okay, so this is a Zaniolo mention. It's coming from Giovanni Albanese. Hey, you didn't think we were going to get through the rest of the Mercato without hearing his name, did you? I don't know what's going on the Zaniolo front. You went from hearing that nothing was going to happen in terms of a renewal or extension with Roma. Then all of a sudden you start to hear he is very close. Then you also heard he's looking at other clubs in Italy. It's been all over the map with Nicolo Zaniolo. Who knows what's going to happen? Time will tell. But his name again being linked with Juventus. All right, now we carry on to fullback situation. Yesterday, there was a report that came out stating that there was a meeting that was going to take place today between Ivan Fresneda's entourage and Juventus. As of today, from Mirko Di Natale, this is definitely a move to watch out for, and Juventus is going to be battling a lot of foreign clubs. However, there are no meetings set to take place, but his name is there amongst the ranks of Joachim Mele, who we spoke about from Atalanta, being another very, very possible option for Juventus. Okay, now reports today again coming out. Aston Villa will make an offer for Weston McKennie, all right? We are waiting to see if they will prepare. We're also waiting to see if McKennie will, in fact, accept an offer from the Premier League sides that are actually interested. So wait to see. Borussia Dortmund apparently not going to be coming in for Weston McKennie, okay? So that's the latest on Weston McKennie. Now, in terms of the office and whatnot, Andrea Agnelli's time has officially come to an end. Now, as the news all broke through when everything was happening with the board and Andrea Agnelli resigning and everything, I said, look, it has been far more good than it has been bad with Andrea Agnelli, okay? It's an unfortunate end to what has been a very, very strong piece of work and body of work overall from Andrea Agnelli, from where he took us to where we reached. Yes, we may have lost sight of everything towards the end, but he still has he's got much more positives than he has negatives, okay? And it just started to turn ugly towards the end, but I thank him for everything, and it was a stellar decade of dominance. He has got the women's team going strong, one of the strongest out there, and then, of course, the youth project, all right? So still a lot of fantastic work was done by Andrea Agnelli, and I thank him for everything that he's done. All right, now Cherubini, speaking about youth projects and what he's done. Yesterday there were reports that Cherubini could be gone, and with them bringing in a sporting director. The reports today are that Cherubini is not in jeopardy. They are looking at bringing in a sporting director, and Cherubini will probably take in a different type of managerial role, or he could even go back to running Juve Next Gen, which is essentially his project that he brought up and everything, and really made very, very strong, as we have seen as of late. So he could go back to that, but seeing him go completely and outright seems very unlikely. All right, now we get to some injury status reports. Juan Cuadrado should be back any day now. He and De Sciglio trained partially with the group today, so Juan Cuadrado possibly any day now could be returning to the lineup. There is that outside shot for the Coppa Italia. However, for the weekend, should be pretty safe to have him back. Vlahovic, also an opportunity there for getting the call up on the weekend, all right? And now Max Allegri is studying returning to the 4-3-3 for Di Maria, Vlahovic, and Chiesa as your front three. Now, the 4-3-3, this is going to be something very, very much spoken about a lot. It's already come up in a lot of post-match podcasts, especially the last one against Napoli. What about switching everything? Look, when it comes to the 4-3-3, I feel a certain way. Yes, it probably gets our best attackers out there in more natural positions in terms of Vlahovic, Di Maria, and Chiesa. However, what it does do is take away the extra support for our wing backs. They become natural fullbacks. We are very weak at the fullback position. I can't help but think back to the 4-3-3 earlier in the season when we had no balance in play and were barely creating opportunities, all right? Now, having said that, it does help some of these guys. Di Maria is not a second forward. He is not an attacking midfielder. He's not a trequartista. We're not using him properly to his strengths, and he is not at 100%. Chiesa, he is devastating from the wing, and I personally feel he's stronger from the left side than he is the right. This helps. Vlahovic is used to two wingers. He's used to two wingers from Fiorentina, where he came to us from. This second striker thing, when we were having Vlahovic in there, it almost looked like he didn't know how to operate with either Milik or Keane there. So, again, there's a lot to think about here and process. For me, it doesn't hurt to try, but I can't help but go back to our fullbacks and our fullbacks not being up to snuff to try and make this 4-3-3 work. I think the midfield, we've achieved some balance, and Rabiot, Locatelli, and Fagioli could work and function in there. But again, there's a lot of outside question marks. Juventini, you know the drill. That wraps up your news session. But let me know what you think about the 4-3-3. Let me know what you think about the fullback situation, who you would like to see Juventus sign at fullback position. And if you feel like it, share some thoughts on Andrea Agnelli's tenure as a whole and how you felt about everything that's gone down. All right. Now, I wrap this thing up tomorrow. I'll be back with another daily news update. And then, of course, we will get to the match day live on Thursday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. We will be live here, okay? Reminder, Juventini, like the video. If you're a diehard Juve fan, this is your channel. So smash the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you can join us on all those live sessions, all right? Till tomorrow. Fino alla fine. Forza Juve. Ciao tutti.